Earlier this week, Alton Towers confirmed the removal of 3 rides.
What are they? And what is the meaning behind this?
Have they removed the rides because they're replacing them with new rides? Could they be re-theming these rides? Or does Alton Towers just hate them?
Personally.
So I've been following the progress of Alton Towers and their new ride projects for a while now, and they have been constantly adding new rides, updating existing rides, and doing whatever they can do to improve the overall, what is that?
Park experience.
And I have been doing a lot of digging, not literally, I'm not a spade, but I've done a lot of research and reading into what could be happening next at the park.
So stay tuned.
And if you do go on to find this video a bit interesting, please do feel free to subscribe. Subscribing would not only make me very happy, but you'll also be able to stay up to date with news around the UK theme parks, and maybe more. So as mentioned, it was confirmed on Monday that 3 rides would be removed from the Alton Towers Resort. The Blade, the pirate ship in the Forbidden Valley, has been removed as of Monday. No? Is being removed. It's not gone yet. So I guess the Blade didn't make the cut. The Alton Towers dungeons have been closed for a while, but now we've had confirmation that they're going for good. So the Alton Towers dungeons have been banished. And then finally, Flavio's wasn't their favourite. I did my best with... It's a silly name. No offence to anyone called Flavio out there. I got 4,000 subs. It's unlikely one of you's called Flavio. But in this video, I need to look into why the rides have gone and, most importantly, what it means for the park. Beginning with Flavio's, and I'll start with this one because the answer's pretty easy. It was just utter shizzle. This ride was part of the Retro Squad. It was a fairground ride that was brought in with a few others like the Waltzers, the Paratrooper, and the one that always Spin Jam. The one that always Spin Jam. Anyway, it was part of a group of travelling flat rides, fairground rides that were used to fill the gap in the lineup and make a bit more capacity for the Alton Towers Park following COVID. However, the rest of the Retro Squad got buzzed up into space and, well, Flavio's was just left behind and forgotten about. So even the Retro Squad didn't want it. What does that say about you, Flavio? I guess that means it was cut from the team. Speaking of being cut from the team, next up we need to talk about the Blade. And first of all, it's interesting that they've removed the Blade from the Forbidden Valley, as Alton Towers seem to have been making a bit of an effort into bringing permanent flat rides to the theme park. Removing one of them does not really go with that. What am I saying? Basically, they just added Toxicator. I think I'm allowed to say that now. If not, apologies. But they've added the new Topspin to the Forbidden Valley because we've been asking for more permanent flat rides and Alton Towers have promised to fulfill that. However, by adding one and then taking one away, we're back at square one. So there must be a reason behind the park deciding to get rid of the pirate ship. And I think I've got an idea as to why. And that is because we only need to look down the road, very long road, to Surrey and Chessington World of Adventures. Because that being another park owned by Merlin, we can kind of draw a bit of a comparison here to what they did with their pirate ship, the Black Buccaneer. And I believe in 2020, the Black Buccaneer closed for good. And it had a going away ceremony. It was a big thing. And a lot of people were very emotional. The farewell did feel a bit over the top though, as it was replaced by a new pirate ship the next year. This is one of the main points that makes me think that the Blade is going to just be replaced by another pirate ship.
Right there.
Furthermore, and adding another point as to why I think the Blade is just going to be replaced by a newer pirate ship, you just have to look at the space. Oh, that needs updating. Silly billies. The space used for the Blade is purpose-built to fit a ship. And around that area, you're pretty landlocked, so there's not much room to put something new there. And without putting something new there, you're just removing a ride for no reason. And I don't think Towers would do that. Oh no, they probably would. Now let's all just pretend that I've done a really smooth segue to the Alton Towers dungeons. And the reason why I think they're getting rid of this is it just wasn't very popular. And I can see why. There's a few reasons. The first one being it's an upcharge. You had to pay to get into the park and then pay even more to experience the Alton Towers dungeons. And that is the main reason why I didn't do it, because I am incredibly tight. And so with the lack of popularity, potentially due to it being an upcharge attraction, is probably the reason as to why they've chosen to remove the dungeons. Or maybe we've all just become so well behaved. We do not need to be tortured. And then what will happen to the dungeons? Easy. Retheme, and I'll tell you for why. That ride system has already gone through a lot of rethemes. You had Toyland Tours, whatever came before that, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then even recently the space was used for Amigos at Scarefest 2024. So the space has shown itself to be quite versatile. Ooh. To me, this all proves that it's very straightforward for them to reimagine the dungeons into a new attraction. I say bring back Toyland Tours. Toyland Tours reborn. But then we need to think about when would it be possible for a ride of this scale to be replaced by a rethemed boat ride. And I think if they wanted to, they could reopen this ride as a new attraction as soon as next season. When you look at comparable rethemes such as Duel, which went for a retheme over 2022 and 2023, the old Ghost Train attraction was completely overhauled to tell a new story in the space of 6 months, and that transformation was really well received by the public. Well, at least I liked it. And looking at the size of the comparable show buildings, this would be a very similar scale project if they were to do it. And a very easy way to bring some more life into that area of the park, because I don't know if you've been behind Hexen over near David Walliams' world recently, but pretty sorry for itself at the moment. Burger Kitchen's lonely. What could the Alton Towers dungeons be rethemed to? I don't know. I have not got the answers yet. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see it be rethemed to, or have a guess, what do you expect it to become? Thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Ciao, legends. Oh, slap the wrong side.
That was good, wasn't it? Please, sir, can we have some more? You don't have to call me sir. But here's your link. Click it. Sir Pun a lot would sound cool though.